Ladies and gentlemen, Jerry Curl Beyond the Truck Podcast. Bringing you today's episode. As always, want to say thank you for tuning in. Thank you for driving down the highways. Thank you for pouring into our country, our economy to keep us alive every single day. Although many see just a truck on the road, here we see professional drivers that operate at a very high level that sustain life in our economy. That's what drives us forward. And that's what I want to bring today. Just drive. You know, you guide 80,000 pounds down the road every single day. You do that with precision, discipline, and all the actions for safety. You're able to anticipate dangers, other drivers' poor actions. But a lot of people, they just see a truck. I see a professional. I see a professional driver. You make thousands of decisions every single day. Don't even think about it. Not protecting yourself, protecting everyone on the road, our loved ones, our family. But today I want to focus on a little bit different, something different. What's driving your life? You guide that truck down the road with the steering wheel. You sit in a seat, as I said, and you steer this vehicle, pulling 80,000 pounds down the road with precision and discipline in a lane for hundreds of miles. That focus becomes your direction. It becomes your mission. Your thoughts become your decisions. You decide for safety. These decisions form your habits, right? Them habits are really the receipt of your currency. Each one of them habits. Your habits become your identity is what I tell you, right? They identify with you. You identify with your habits. So before you ever held a CDL, you focused on getting that done, achieving that goal. You couldn't wait to drive that truck. You practiced. You believed you could. You earned your license. That vision become reality, didn't? Become a driving force. That thought, that love, that passion become a driving force to succeed at a very high level. You were tested and skilled to get a professional license. And once you achieved it, you didn't stop driving. You started driving. You were living your dream. You simply found a new road. I want to ask you the same today. What's driving you in life? Life's the same way. Is it your health? Is it your family? Is it your faith? Is it your career? What is it? Today, I want to talk to you about rediscovering that purpose behind the wheel. Not just on the asphalt, understanding the greatest journey, the journey of life. It isn't the one that goes across America. It's the one that touches you, touches your family, touches the people that you come in contact with. Like I said, when people see a truck on the road, they see this massive machine that often says, here's danger or whatever. But no, I see a professional that, you don't do this with luck. You do with high intensity, skill, discipline, experience, focus. You didn't wake up one day able to drive that truck, did you? No, you earned it. You studied for your CDL. As I said, you failed. You learned. First attempt in learning. There's no failure. Quitting is failure. You became better at it. You're able to back up better. You're able to turn sharper. Then one day, you earned your license to be called a professional. But here's the question. If you're putting that same effort in your life as you were learning how to drive that truck, why aren't we putting that same effort in our life? I should ask. If you're willing to put all that effort in your truck, into your license, into your career, into that profession, why are you not, or where did that go putting the same into your life? Every truck has a steering wheel. So does your life. Your mind is your steering wheel. What you focus on. The difference, one is in your hand. The other one lives in your mind. Your mind goes, your life follows. I tell you, your body will follow your mind, right? Think about it. When you're driving through the fog, what do? You get hyper-focused. You are laser focused. You slow down. You're intentional. You give more following distance. You're trying to look farther ahead. You don't start looking for new direction. You focus on where you're going, And your life demands the same thing. The discipline, the focus, the intentionality. And when your mind is locked on, your body will follow. You know, life demands the same discipline, if not more, than your profession. And really, I should say your life will demand more discipline than your profession. Yeah. When life becomes uncertain, focus becomes more important, just like driving in the fog. When life becomes uncertain, focus becomes more important. So does your belief. Believe that you will achieve, that you will persevere. Your mind is your greatest steering weapon, your steering system, your guidance, your GPS. If you continually focus on problems, all you see is problems. If you continuously focus on positivity and achieving, you will do that. I'm going to remind you, if you continue to focus on problems and fear, you will find problems and fear. If you continue to focus on greatness, positivity, and success, guess what you will find in life? Yeah, you guessed it. You will grow. You're right. You will grow. Your focus, let's just say gratitude. You will be grateful. You will see a shift in your life. You will see peace come in your life. You will begin making healthier decisions. You will simply not just paying attention. You will create intentionality. You will focus on direction. You will create momentum. Momentum creates change. Momentum creates change. You are the driver. You are steering momentum every single day. You're not just a professional driver. You're a human being. You're a person. You got a heartbeat. You got a mind that's capable of doing superhuman things. So think back to the day that you decided you wanted to get your CDL. You focused on it. Something inside you changed. You built momentum. You didn't have your license yet. You weren't experienced. You weren't an expert, but you made a decision, didn't you? One single decision to get my CDL, and the momentum changed. And then you achieved something, didn't you? I'm going to be a professional driver. I am your new affirmation statement. Yeah, because your attention shifted. Your momentum shifted. You start studying, you start learning, you start practicing, you start watching. You just did everything. You became the person capable of achieving great things, getting your license. You changed the mindset in your head. It became your identity. It became your identity. Now that you've done that, what about the same in your life? I want you to listen to what I'm saying. How about becoming a professional you? There's no license to be you. There's no license to be a healthier you. Your career is what you do. Trucking is an industry. Your health is your lifestyle. And when we understand that, your decisions become easier, your discipline becomes stronger. But most importantly, that sacrifice becomes worthwhile. You know, many of us spend our lives reacting instead of preparing, really, because, we let the emotions steer other people's opinions, the delays of yesterday, the delays of earlier today. Professionals, you know better. You can't control what happened yesterday. You can't control that somebody else's action. You can't control the traffic, right? You can't control a lot of these things. You don't allow other vehicles to determine what lane you're in. You maintain yours, right? What about your life? Why? Because losing control has consequences, right? Yes, it does. Life works exactly the same way. You stay in your lane, you stay focused, you stay healthy, you create a better life. You live healthier. You're keeping two hands on the wheel of life. You're protecting your destination. I want you to enjoy that journey. It's not the destination. It's the journey to get to that destination. So one of the greatest things you have in life is your internal GPS in your mind. What is that internal GPS program to? Where are your coordinates set? Are you holding that steering wheel steady on that coordinates? Are you en route? Your life deserves some intentionality, doesn't it? Yes, it does. So I'm going to ask you, what's your destination? What is your internal GPS set on? Your God's planning system, your GPS, your internal GPS. What are you becoming? What is your destination set on? And what are you becoming in that journey? We have to look at success not as the miles we drive, the loads we deliver, the truck we drive. I want success to look at you. I want you to look at success, and I want that to look back at you and say, health, peace, faith, stronger marriage, more time with family, healthier body, more able to move, more patience, more purpose. If you don't define the destination, life will choose one for you. You're going to get an outcome if you like it or not. You might as well manufacture your own outcome. I can't say that enough. Life will hand you an outcome. You might as well manufacture your own. You're the professional. You're the one that got the license. You're the one that built a hyper focus to it. You're the one that had the dream in your heart to achieve that. I want you to replace that dream and have that same dream about having greatness in life. Your truck only moves because it's got fuel. Your life does too. What are you feeling yourself with today? Negativity, news, fear, comparison, complacency, you name it. Start putting your mind, getting it locked in on knowledge, scripture, learning, encouragement, positivity. I'm telling you, your healthy relationships, the best one you got is your own, to start with you. If you don't love yourself, how can anybody else love you, and how can you love anyone else? You will love others as much as you love yourself. This life was created by you, for you, by God, to do great things. I wish you today the best to go do great things. Forget the fatigue, forget the stress, forget the poor eating, forget the isolation, forget the loneliness, forget the negativity, forget it. Today is yours. Today is a gift. They call it the present. I love and appreciate every single one of you. You work hard, you sacrifice a lot, and we will do the same for you. Love you and appreciate you. I'm Jerry Curl. Please continue to tune in. We'll keep bringing these to you. Be safe, be great. We love you.